Howdy y'all, welcome back to the Cooking Shack. Today we got a tenderized pork chops that I filleted, and they were just big old chunks of pork loin, but they were too thick to do this with, so what I did was I filleted these and then I came through with a meat mount and just beat the living heck out of them. So it'd be nice and tender and somewhat thin. What this is, what we're doing is we're taking a couple eggs, canned milk, and we seasoned it with salt, pepper, and garlic. Mixed it up real good. And what we're doing is turning that into a batter with cracked crackers. The process is real simple. Anybody can do this. I do mean anybody. It's not hard. It just does take a lot of steps, and normally I would record all those steps, but I don't know if anybody really wants to, listen to me beat the living heck out of these pork chops for 5 minutes, and it's kind of tedious and very boring. In fact, most cooking shows I've watched around on the internet and everything, for the most part, are really boring. Usually they just showing, them making up some colorful food, and they kind of show the process, but there's no verbal communication with those hosts. There's a few. I've seen a few. They seem like rather capable cooks, but they're pretty much cooking their own little BS creations. This is something you can cook this in a restaurant. Very simple, very cheap ingredients. Just get it all sticky in the eggs and milk. And throw it in this bowl and you can mush it around. Everything gets good and stuck to it. Now you can buy like pre-tenderized pork chops that work just fine for this. In fact, that's usually what I do, but I didn't have that. But it really ain't no thing, especially if you have a few years experience in a kitchen to figure out how to do that on your own, especially if you already got the stuff to do it. Pretty self-explanatory. Just do the same thing. Repeat the same process till all 6 of them are breaded. It is a rather messy recipe. And that's what I hate about pork fat. Man, or pork meat, it is greasy. That fat just starts breaking down with the slightest amount of heat applied to it. You just get that slimy stuff all over you. Almost like you're covering your own hand purposely in lube or something. It ain't fun. Alright, well, pretty self-explanatory from here on in, and I've already I got them all tenderized and spaced out so much that just 2 of them takes up the entire frying pan. So, I'm going to do a cut. And all these are already going to be breaded and everything, because frankly, I think it's probably going to be boring sitting here watching me do this over and over and over again. And, I'll cut back whenever the pork chops start getting all sizzled up, and that's when it starts looking appetizing. You dogs are terrible for audio. I don't think they're listening either. Oh, get her, boss. Don't let her do you that way. Get her, boss.
How much oil do you have in the pan?
Enough? Get her, boss. Don't let her do you that way. Get her, boss. Don't let her punk you out. That dog ain't even half your size. You just let her chew on you like that. Get her. Get her, Bubba. Oh, you just gonna embarrass yourself on the internet like this? As you can see, they're getting a nice golden brown color. They smell delicious. All you need is a small amount of oil, enough to cover the bottom of the pan. Because if you put too much oil in the pan, the crackers will get soggy and the breading won't stick correctly. It's just above medium, just a little bit below medium heat. Kind of a high-low, I guess you could say. And look at that. Just look at that. Nice, crispy breading. Absolutely beautiful. Very simple with ingredients, very simple recipe. Now from time to time as you get through, I've got quite a few racked up over here. From time to time as you get through with this, you will have to add more oil. What will happen is those crackers will absorb quite a bit of oil. As you can see, I put a paper towel underneath it to absorb all the extra oil. Those crackers will absorb the oil and reduce the oil in your pan to the point where you'll get to the point where you're scorching. I guess you call them chops or steaks or whatever you want to call them. Pretty much is a pork cutlet at this point. And as you can see, they're frying up nicely. Now my dear old Ma, she loves the crackers that sit there and fall down into the bottom of the pan. I don't know how healthy that is, but she sure does request them every single time. I'm lucky if I can get any crispy. There we go, folks. Nice little extra fancy poor folk meal. Canned beans, canned corn, instant taters, and our nice pork chop cutlets breaded in crackers, saltine crackers. Just goes to show you a little bit of money. You can make it stretch out a long ways. You ain't got to worry about going to none of them restaurants. You can do it right here in your house. Probably a $40 meal in a restaurant. All this together, probably cost around 20 bucks at your grocery store. You want to count up all the ingredients and everything. Spices, all that, probably around 25. Yet they love to charge them big ticket prices in them restaurants. Yet the ingredients really are very simple and very easy to do. Alright, y'all, we're gonna dig in. Y'all have a good one.